Hi everyone, it's Tinifel from Tinifel Cosplay. Today I want to talk to you about wig clips and putting these in your wig. We will be looking at sewing them in and obviously where to put them. These ones are 32mm ones, and I like these ones because they're huge. Now what you'll see, they've got a rubbery bit and some teeth, and they snap closed. So the teeth, you want them pointing towards the back of your basically teeth backwards so that they grip in like that, and then you snap them closed and they are not going anywhere. You're going to want about 7 of them, well 5 minimum, but I would say 7 because then you've also got ones here, and I found them so far in brown and blonde. Basically you're only looking for ones which, if they show through the netting, which they shouldn't do anyway, then it's a light colour or it's a dark colour, so there's absolutely nothing really showing through. So the other thing you can do for attaching a wig is use a good old Kirby grip and just push that through the netting of the wig and put it into your hair. So you put the wiggly bit, if you didn't know how to use a Kirby grip, the wiggly bit goes towards your scalp, and that's it. Link has them in already. Hi Link. Now then, is it going to show you? Yes, there we go. Right, we've got 3 at the top. I like to put one in the middle at the top, because then you know which one is the middle, and that's the one I always snap closed first. And then it's got 2 at the sides here, still across the top, and it's got these are really important, the ones at the bottom as well. So if you sew nothing else, put ones in the top and put ones in the bottom. Link also has ones here at the sideburns, because the sideburns are, well, you kind of want to stick definitely here, and it can help to stick it down here as well. Basically that's what we've got. It's got them about 2.5 inches from the actual edge of the wig at the front, and that's because my hairline is about, I've got a slightly high hairline, so for me I actually need it to be about here on me. You do not want your wig clips gripping your baby hairs here, because that's so fine, you're going to get almost no hair to hold on to it, plus it's really going to hurt because there will be almost nothing to hold on to. So you're going to want to aim for it to sit about here. Now obviously that may mean that you get a little bit of a movement here, but it's really unlikely, because the wig does have a kind of a curve, but it will keep your wig on your head. Believe me, you can turn upside down, you can do flips, and it will stay on there, which is wonderful when you're running around in cosplay because you don't want it falling off your head. And the ones at the back down here, I can actually get away with putting them right on the edge because the wig obviously stretches at that point, and mine is just going to grab on here and here, really. So it should be fine there, but obviously have a play with your own wig, try it on there, and then have a little feel about where you think would be a good place to put it. This is where I always put them. Says she's got nothing in. Says she has been soaking for 2 days. It's been so hard not to touch it and play with it. So I really, really, really want to do this one. So, says she's got nothing in right now. Says she has got 0 in there. But says she has been soaking for 2 days, and he is so beautiful and soft and lovely, and all the evil shine, well, the worst of it is gone from him. I'm also going to be putting tons of wefts into him and styling him, so I will hopefully try and do a tutorial on that as well, about adding wefts into wigs. So yeah, stick around for that. Guys, it's important that you find the actual middle of your wig. So here it is. Now, you want to sew this so the rubber bit is towards your wig. So I want this about 2.5 inches back, and that's the middle. I'm going to want to sew that there. I'm going to want to sew one there. Ooh, rubber bit to it, obviously. And then one there, and then 2 at the bottom. That's where I always put them. having experimented and pulled them out and all sorts. So we're going to start going. So I've doubled it. I'm just going to do a little knot at the end. Might just trim the end of that. Now, obviously this is a bit stretchy, so when you sew it, try and stretch it a bit so that you don't have just one bit of your wig that doesn't stretch. That will make it uncomfortable. I always want to sew there and that's wrong. Sew here. There you go. Do a little loop and it's locked. And happily, you don't have to sew these in super hard. So just a couple of ones to get that really locked in. I'm giving it a little stretch with my fingers underneath. And there we go. We are on our way. Now I'm going to close this so it doesn't catch too much. There we go. Oh, look, it looks a little bit wonky. It's not really because I need to stretch it a bit. So give that a little push like that. Make sure it's straight. And then we're going to do the back of it. You don't need to sew the rubber bit in. As long as you've sewn 3 sides in, it's good. So you know I'm using some light thread, obviously, because I don't want this really showing through. Now, when you're piercing through this, obviously be careful that you're not grabbing too much hair. So I'm not going very deep at all on the other side. I can feel I'm literally only catching the netting. I would not recommend gluing wig clips in, mainly because glue and wigs is like one of those things you kind of don't want to do because it generally has a habit of leaking through and doing weird stuff. So there we go, look, we're nearly done. So that's nice and stretched as I've done it, because it is just a little bit of give in it. So it's also totally fine to open it again. There we go. Do a little bit more. If you feel like a little bit of thread is not going to be strong enough, then just go over it again. There you go. So. Now here's a fun thing. This is called a surgeon's knot. You don't pull the string all the way through. You leave it as a loop and then you can use it to tie a knot and finish your string off nicely. Now when you sew these in, you're not going to don't sew it to the stretchy bit. That's a silly idea. Sew it to something that's solid. Otherwise, you're going to mess with the stretchiness of the wig and its ability to fit on your head. Again, just going in through the loop to start it and securing it with an extra stitch. If you're looking for somewhere to sew and you're on a stretchy bit, sew it along a weft or along here. Oh, and I finally found a use for these guys. These completely and utterly pointless for me for attaching a wig. They might work for someone else, but leave them on, don't cut them off. You can use them to secure your wig to a wig head. do like a little buckle underneath. Brilliant. Stops it from falling off when you're doing things to it. So these last ones are going to want to go here and here. I found it's not useful to put one here because my hairline at the back goes like this. So I've got almost nothing to grip it there. You could possibly put one there, but there and there are definitely the ones you want to put them at. And the other one is work out, if you want to do the sideburns one, where exactly you want to put that. So again, here's the ones at the end. And remember, rub a bit down, and this is where you turn them this way up. So again, if nothing else, just remember, whatever you're doing, the teeth are pointing inwards. So they're pointing in towards the center of your head. So that's it. Sasha's got wig clips in. I'll show you how to put them on now. Well, you can see me do this. There's two things to note here. You need to be using a wig cap, which is like a fishnet version, so that the clips can actually go through, and also use a pencil to tuck away stray hairs, because I find when you use a finger it just gets stuck and you end up pulling out more. And you're going to want to find the middle clip to put right in the middle of your head. There you go, there's a close-up of the wig clip going into your hair. I'm going to clip it through the thing, through the wig cap. Now, if you can't close it, it means you've got too much hair in it. Just pull it out a little and try again. Okay. It's obviously not been styled at all, but it is not going to come off. You can pull that all you like, it's not going to come off. So, thank you very, very much. I've been Tinfell, and yeah, come find me on Facebook or Instagram, that's where I normally am. And yeah, hopefully more video tutorials will be coming. There you go. Squiggle, 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 squiggle.